Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 28th of March 2023. So today number of questions are more because I felt some questions were missed in the past week. So that's why we have not included any revision session for today, because yesterday we have completed our January month current affairs revision. And now we have to start a new month. So let's start with our session. When is the World Tuberculosis Day observed every year? So this day is observed every year on 24th of March, and it is designed to build awareness about this global epidemic of tuberculosis and efforts to eliminate this disease. Basically, in the year 2018, 10 million people fell ill with TB and 1.5 million people died from this disease. So on this occasion, one World TB Summit was organized in Rudraksh Convention Center in Varanasi city. Fine. So you can be asked that one World TB Summit was held in which Indian city? So answer would be Varanasi. And when do we observe the World Tuberculosis Day? It is 24th of March. And what is the theme for this year? It is Yes, We Can End TB. Okay. So this was the theme for this particular day. Now next is, which country conducts the multi-domain air-land exercise named as Exercise Vayu Prahar? So this is a multi-domain air-land exercise which is conducted by the Indian Army and the Indian Air Force close to the line of actual control. And this exercise is a part of the efforts taken to enhance the tactical level jointness between the Indian Defence Forces. Okay. So Exercise Vayu Prahar is conducted by the country India. Now if we see few important exercises, there is this Al-Naga, and it is the exercise between India and Oman. Next we have talked about Bold Kurukshetra, and Bold Kurukshetra is the exercise between India and the country Singapore, right? Then there is Covering, and we conduct the Covering exercise with the country Maldives. Next is Garud Shakti, and Garud Shakti is the exercise between India and Indonesia. Then we conduct an exercise named as Hand in Hand with the country China. Okay. After that, Khanjar is the exercise between India and Kyrgyzstan. Then there is Lamitiye. Lamitiye is exercise between India and Seychelles, right? Then there is Mitra Shakti. Mitra Shakti is between India and Sri Lanka. And now you have to tell me, we conduct the exercise Maitri with which particular country? Do let me know in the comments. Next is, which state or the union territory passed the Mediapersons Protection Bill 2023? So it has been launched by Chhattisgarh state government. Why? To give protection for the media persons and prevent violence against them. So the opposition MLAs demanded that the bill should be sent to the Select Committee of the Assembly for examination, which was rejected by the speaker there. Okay. So only thing you have to remember is Mediapersons Protection Bill belongs to Chhattisgarh state, and in the similar lines, Rajasthan state government has launched the Advocate Protection Bill to prevent the offences against the advocates in the state. Fine. Next is, which institution released the Triple Threat Report? So this report was recently released by the UNICEF, and according to the report, the absence of monitoring of the WASH related programs, project and the policies are the main drivers of the water insecurities in the world's worst impact countries basically. Okay. So only thing you have to remember is Triple Threat Report belongs to UNICEF. Now there is another report named as Technology and Innovation Report 2023. So this report was recently released by the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, and according to the report, the global economic inequalities are widening because the developed countries benefit most from the green technologies. Okay, so this report belongs to United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. Usually in your examination, only report name is given and you have to identify which institute or organization has released that particular report. Fine. Next is, which country recently introduced an anti-LGBTQ act that makes it a crime to identify as LGBTQ? So Uganda country has recently introduced an anti-LGBTQ act that makes it a crime to identify as LGBTQ. So basically it provides broad powers to authorities to target the gay Ugandans. Basically Uganda is one of the 30 African countries which bans the same-sex acts, and the new legislation received sweeping support in the parliament. So bill proposes the death penalty for aggravated homosexuality, which includes having sex with someone who is HIV positive or repeat offenders. Okay, so recently Uganda country has introduced this anti-LGBTQ act. Now a few days back we have seen that the country Spain passes a new transgender law in which they have allowed individuals who are above the age of 16 years to change their legally recorded gender without the need for medical supervision. So basically according to the law, the minors between the ages of 14 and 16 must be accompanied by their parents or the legal guardians, and those between the ages of 12 and 13 will require a judge's permission to make the move, and anyone who is above 16 can do it in an independent manner. Fine. So this country is Spain and capital of Spain is Madrid. Right. Next is Marburg virus, which was seen in the news recently, has killed over 5 people in which country? So this is an Ebola-like virus that causes viral fever, and recently it has killed 5 people in the country Tanzania. So this is like Ebola, as I have told, and it includes the symptoms like fever, diarrhea, vomiting, etc. And in some cases it leads to death through extreme blood loss. So hundreds of people have died from the virus in the recent years, with almost all cases in Africa. Fine. So now Marburg virus has entered into the country Tanzania. Next is, which country has launched Love Better campaign to help the teenagers recover from the breakups? So New Zealand government launched the Love Better campaign to help the teenagers recover from the breakups, and specifically it targets our generation Z. So this campaign will receive $4 million over 3 years from the Ministry of Social Development to help the teenagers recover from the breakups and minimize the harm in their relationships. Okay, so New Zealand has launched this campaign for the welfare of the teenagers there. Next is Power-of-Siberia 2 gas pipeline aims to connect Siberia to which particular country? So this pipeline aims to connect Siberia country to northwest China, and the bilateral agreement between Russia and China regarding this project was finalized recently. So this proposed pipeline would bring gas from the Yamal Peninsula Reserve in the western Siberia to the country China. And China is the world's top energy consumer and also a growing gas consumer, right? So this pipeline aims to connect Siberia to northwestern China. Now talking about pipeline, recently Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Prime Minister of Bangladesh Sheikh Hasina jointly inaugurated the India-Bangladesh Friendship Pipeline in a virtual mode, right? So it is the first such pipeline through which refined diesel will be supplied to the country Bangladesh from India, and the project is built under grant assistance from the government of India. Fine. Next is, which union ministry provides financial assistance for the Workshed Scheme for Khadi Artisans? So Workshed Scheme for Khadi Artisans provides a better working environment for our Khadi artisans. and aim is to provide a storage space for the raw material, implements, accessories, semi-finished, finished goods, etc. And Ministry of MSME through its KVIC, means Khadi Village and Industries Commission, provides the financial assistance to the artisans for constructing the work shed under this particular scheme. Fine. So which union ministry is associated with this work shed scheme for Khadi artisan? Answer would be Ministry of MSME. Now next is Union Ministry of Defence entered a contract with which institution for supply of this MPR Arudhra Radar? So medium power radar Arudhra is a 4D multifunction phased array radar that is developed by DRDO and it is manufactured by BEL, that is Bharat Electronics Limited. So basically Union Ministry of Defence recently entered into a contract with the BEL for the supply of this radar to the Indian Air Force. Okay. So here correct answer would be BEL, means Bharat Electronics Limited. Next is Exercise Konkan 2023 is a bilateral maritime exercise between India and which other country? So this is a bilateral maritime exercise between the UK's Royal Navy and the Indian Navy. And it is held in March this year, where off the Konkan coast in the Arabian Sea. So from India, INS Trishul, which is a guided missile frigate of the Indian Navy, participated in this edition of the exercise. Fine. So two things are important. Exercise Konkan is between India and the country UK, and this year from India side INS Trishul participated. Now in the month of September, I think, the 3rd Stealth Frigate of Indian Navy's Project 17A was launched in Mumbai, and the name of that particular frigate is Tara Giri, right? So under Project 17A, it involves the building of 7 stealth frigate at an estimated cost of 50,000 crore rupees, and of this 7, the contract for 3 frigates was awarded to GRSE, and the rest 4 frigates was awarded to Mazagon Dockyard Shipbuilders Limited, which is based in Mumbai. Okay. So the first of the 3 stealth frigate being built by GRSE is the Himgiri, and it was launched into the water. The second ship of Udaygiri class was launched last year in the month of May, and the 3rd frigate is this Tara Giri. Fine. Next is Gooty-Pendekallu Line, which was seen in the news recently, is a part of which railway link? So actually Indian government has sanctioned a project for doubling of this section of Hyderabad-Bangalore railway link, and this section is a major link for the trains that operate between the northern and southern parts of India. So the estimated cost of the project is 352 crore rupees, and this section is essential in the Guntakal division, which has frequent train traffic from Bangalore to Hyderabad. Fine. So this is a part of Hyderabad-Bangalore railway link. Next is which day is celebrated as Shahid Divas to commemorate the anniversary of the execution of Sukhdev Thapar, Bhagat Singh and Shivaram Rajguru. So Shahid Divas, which is also known as Martyrs Day, is observed on 23rd of March in India to pay tribute to the martyrs who gave their lives for India's freedom. And this day commemorates the anniversary of the execution of Mr. Sukhdev Thapar, Bhagat Singh and Shivaram Rajguru, who were hanged till death in the year 1931. Fine. So to commemorate this event, we observe the Shahid Divas on 23rd of March. Next is Sagar Manthan is the real-time performance monitoring dashboard of which union ministry? So recently it has been inaugurated, and it is the real-time performance monitoring dashboard of Ministry of Ports, Shipping and the Waterways. So this dashboard will help the organizations to monitor and track the progress of their project and key performance indicators. Okay. So Sagar Manthan is the dashboard of Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. The last question is, Russia unveiled a broad long-term blueprint for deepening relations with which country? So China and Russia unveiled a broad long-term blueprint for their deepening relations following Chinese President Xi Jinping's visit to Moscow and the talks with President Vladimir Putin. And in the joint statement, both sides firmly condemned the politicization of multilateral platform, and both the countries pledged to work together in pushback against the US Indo-Pacific strategy. Fine. So Russia has unveiled a broad long-term blueprint for deepening relations with the country China. Also, don't forget that few days back, International Court of Justice has issued arrest warrant against the Russian President Vladimir Putin. Why? Because he shifted the children from the country Ukraine to their country Russia in an illegal manner. Fine. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And today there is no revision session. We'll move to our quiz. So now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minu Hadsana signing off.